Greetings everyone and welcome back. In the previous video we installed our view router, and in this video we are going to install our layouts. So let's go ahead and head over to the plugin view layouts, and this is what we are going to be using to set up our layout. Alright, so what we have to do is to go ahead and install this. So let's just go ahead and grab this and head over to our text editor here, and let's go ahead and just bring it in. And that should install the plugin for us. Alright, as it installs, let's just go ahead and grab the configurations here. So I'll go ahead and copy the layouts configuration for the vid here. So I'll go ahead and copy the import part, go back to our text editor here and head over to the vid configuration here, and I'm going to just import that. So I'll go ahead and import that, and now what's remaining is just to go ahead and register that. I'm just going to register this. So I'll go back here and I'll go ahead and just register the layouts like that. And that should now be working out correctly as we intend for it to work. So after registering the layouts, what we have to do, I'll go inside my source folder here, or SRC folder here, and I'll create a new folder. I'll call this folder layouts. Like that. And then I'm going to create one layout here, and I'm going to call this layout default dot view, like that. And this is the layout that's going to be my default, and every page that it's not that does not define its own layout, it's going to extend this layout. All right, so what we can do here, I'm just going to have this layout as template like that, and here what I'm going to do, I'm just going to have the router view there. All right, something else also that I need to change is to change our app.view here. As you can see, this one, we are now going to change this, our app.view, and what we need is just something very simple, just to have the router view into our main application. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove everything. I'm going to have the template here like that, and then I'm just going to have the router view like that. All right, so let's just go ahead and try to stop the vid server here and try to run it again. Now let's go and check out if our application is running correctly, and as you can see now we are running into dashboard, and this is the dashboard that we defined, and now is extending the main layout, the default layout that we just created now, which is this one here. So it means, for example, if we head H1 here and say, for example, this is going to be the nav bar like that, and maybe we could have the sidebar here like that, sidebar like that, and then we may need also to define maybe a footer here. If we had one, it means that this is going to be the structure of our main layout, and then we're going to inject every other page inside the router view like that. So let me just go ahead, and since it's not coming through, let's go back to our configurations and see if there is something that it's missing. So I'll go back to my route here, and what we have to do in the route here is to add the setup layout. So here what we can do is just go ahead and bring in the virtual generated layouts like that, and now in our in our router here, we're going to pass in the extended routes. So we're going to extend the routes and pass in the setup layouts that we just brought in here. And let's go back to our page here, and as you can see now, it's being rendered correctly, so that how we can have our layouts being extended by other pages. As you can see here, the dashboard page is extending the default layout, and default layout is the layout that we created here. So it's going to pass all the pages that do not actually define their own layout to these default layouts, and it's going to have the other parts of the application. So for example, now if we go back to this page here that we called home, as you can remember here, we can just go ahead and don't pass any other parameter on the URL, and we're going to be taken home, but still we are still extending the layout, the default layout that we created. So that is what we wanted to create on this video. We are going to stop here in this video. When we come back, we'll start looking at how now we can have our components being discovered automatically from the components folder. Thank you very much for being with me on this one. I'll see you in the next one.